Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Sunburnt Podcast. This is the most congested comedian on the planet. My co-host, Chip Chantry.
It is allergy season here, buddy. And this is my co-host, Emmy award-winning producer, and my buddy, Thomas O'Brien. Thomas, how are you?
I'm doing unbelievable, man. The weather here is great. I'm feeling good. How about yourself?
That's wonderful to hear. That's great. Because it's not great here. It is freezing and it is allergy season. Two things that should not mix together. I'm coming off of a little cold. I'm feeling better. I'm the type of person as a hypochondriac, Thomas. You know just as well as I do. I watch my favorite shows. I binge watch I will skip an episode of a TV show if someone is sick. That's how much I hate it. And I hate when somebody is sick on a podcast. I'm on the other side of this thing, so hopefully it won't affect me too much. But, allergies are just rampant in Philadelphia right now. The trees are barely blooming, but they're like, nope, we're just going to rip everybody's insides out.
It's that young pollen that really gets in you.
It's the youth pollen, and it needs to be, they need to learn their manners, man. It is rough in my... in everyone's sinuses in Philadelphia. People are feeling it right now.
Freezing temperatures and allergies, that's a 1-2 nobody wants to deal with. And you know where you don't have to deal with that, Chip?
Let me guess, Thomas. Hawaii. Hello, front desk.
Hey, this is Thomas O'Brien in room 316. Can you send up some pet food for 45 starfish?
First of all, we did talk about the policy on no pets yesterday, and I will say that you said 45. That's less starfish than you had yesterday.
Please send the food. Okay, Chip. We're here, episode 4, and the ratings or views, whatever you call it, are through the roof. I really can't believe how many people are kind of buying into this this combo of tropical vacations and comedy.
Literally everyone on Earth has watched and listened to this podcast at least twice. Like, I don't even know how those numbers compute. I don't know how everybody has that time to do that.
It's wild. It's wild. Yeah. How this is catching fire, and we thank all of you for watching and commenting and sending us messages. It's been really, really exciting.
The meats you've been sending have been a little bit if you can send less meats, or at least refrigerate them first, that's taking a toll on my stoop outside.
Yeah, and Chip, your doctor told you you're a little bit of a salty dog. You got to cut back on those cured meats.
Exactly. Yeah, those meats are not the cure for my high blood pressure.
I keep getting this one ad on social media. I really can't explain. I sent it to you the other day.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know how they think this is like a me thing, but it is like a picture from the side, like, you know, those old Advil commercials where the person like kind of has a weird medical futuristic drawing, but it's of somebody turned to the side and they're farting.
Okay.
And it's saying this is a sign that maybe you have like some liver problems.
Okay.
And it's just like, it's a static picture, and I've seen it a couple of times, and I'm just like, who's paying for me to see that? I don't understand what's happening on the internet. And that's my way of saying I'm clearly in my 40s.
Yeah, yes, and your liver is failing. Like, I like how that's a thing where when we were children or teenagers and we saw a drawing on the internet of somebody farting, it would just be hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And now we see that same picture and it's like, your spleen is about to collapse, and you have 10 days to live unless you take Voltrexa.
That's true, but I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe we are the age of the people who are making these ads now, and they're just like, I know what I would have loved to see back then. So people my age that I want to trick into thinking they have a severe liver problem, I'm going to show them this today. But it's just the insane, like, a meeting of this weird cartoon fart picture. And your liver may be failing. Here's a pill to like solve that is very, very funny to me.
It was not created in jest at all. Like, somebody very seriously did that.
They very seriously did it. And I think they very seriously thought somebody like me would take it seriously.
I think they're just trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Like, I mean, I will say, I saw Tony Hawk is now doing ads for like something old people need for like needs calcium or he needs
wow,
love or a reverse mortgage or something like that. But he's just like, it's just so funny how like I think they'll bring back those like 80s and 90s things for nostalgia for us, but it'll just be like it'll be like a cartoon dog riding a skateboard and he's like, you have diabetes, and it's like, take this pill, and we're like, and I think that's going to be it's going to be MC Scat Cat. MC Scat Cat is going to be dancing around teaching us about our thyroid conditions.
Spuds McKenzie takes some gout medicine, and now he's back on that board, baby.
Yes, he is. Yeah, it's just, I think that's what we're gonna love. It's like where's the beef? It's like not in your diet anymore. You have hypertension. Just max headroom. Just like you have high blood sugar. It's...
Also, I don't know how funny this is, but like I ordered some sugar-free like coffee flavoring because I'm
okay.
not doing the I don't put sugar in my coffee, but like
Nor do I.
There is this Hawaiian latte, and it's mac nut syrup and it's coconut syrup, and I wanted to figure out how to make it in my house, but I didn't want like a sugar bomb just available, so I got the sugar-free versions of those syrups from Amazon, and as soon as I placed the order, they came through and said, we also think you might find this interesting. And across the board, it was just diabetes medications. I was just like, this seems like really invasive. They're really guessing. But I don't know. Maybe they know something that I don't. I heard that Target, they kind of were targeting pregnant women. They wanted they figured they could get the most money out of new parents, because you will buy absolutely anything when you're trying to take care of a baby. And so they did a lot of tracking to figure out how they change their shopping behaviors when they are early pregnancy.
Yeah.
And
nesting, if you will, Thomas. Nesting.
Well, they don't know they're pregnant yet. So it's like just biologically how they change. And oftentimes, apparently, if you shop at Target a lot and have like their membership circle program or whatever, they can tell that you're pregnant before you know.
Oh, that's okay. Like I'm not super weirded out by the future.
Yeah.
That is one of the most horrifying things I've ever you just get a receipt from Target with coupons and you're like, oh, wow, I guess I should call Brad.
Yeah.
And have that talk.
At the bottom, it says you're a boy, or it's a boy.
It's a boy. That's incredible. Like, oh, man, the robots are coming for us, man. Like,
the robots are already here.
They are
here.
Yeah, they're here. And I say we just embrace it.
You have to. You have to. That's why I started like learning coding. Like about 10 years ago, I was like, I'm never going to be maybe the best coder in the world, but when the robots are here, I want to be able to talk to them in their language. Maybe that's how I get one of the better human jobs. You know what I mean?
1100110. Those guys will get that. Those guys will get that out there. Yeah.
We're gonna have to beep that.
Yeah. Yes, we will.
That was filthy, Chip.
Speaking of being pregnant before you know it, you had a first birthday party.
Yeah.
This weekend, which would be the biggest surprise in the world if you didn't know you had a child and you were just invited to a party
1-year birthday
at your own house, thrown by your wife. You know what I mean?
That would be a real distracted husband at the very
like honey, I know I've been busy at work these past few months, but wow, you should have told me.
Yeah. It's just like, babe, more balloons showed up today than usual. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, yeah, what are these tiny plastic pants here that keep getting delivered in boxes upon boxes? I should have known something was up. But you had a birthday party this week. You're getting all planned for. You're all excited. I was excited.
I mean, it's the excitement was contagious. But no, my daughter, little Ella, had her 1-year birthday party, and she was the star of the show. It was great. It was so fun, and everything actually went perfectly.
Oh, that's unfortunate to hear. Almost. Do you know what I mean? Like, good for you, bad for ratings. But like, that's like you almost want there to be a disaster, but I'm so happy for you that everything went off without a hitch.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about it, and there was not like something I could just jump on. A lot of positivity for Chip Chantry's Thanksgiving in Paradise.
Nice. Nice. I'm glad I was able to upscale your firstborn with my little comedy show, which is great.
Yeah,
that was my only goal.
She'll resent you later, but it was a lot of fun for me. And then there was one thing. There was the birth of a new drink, Chip. A new beverage was invented at that event, not by me, by one of the guests, but it really took off, and it's a lot of fun.
Wait, a new bevy you're talking about?
A new beverage, a new mixed drink, if you will. We had a mimosa station set up.
That was a little Max Headroom right there.
I know.
love it.
It was a little maxy. We had a mimosa station set up, and it was also right next to
you with a mimosa station. First of all, that right there is just, you could end the story there, and I think we'd be happy for the episode, but keep going, my friend.
A mimosa station set up. Right next to it was another like kind of drink station, a bunch of ice, a bunch of canned and bottled beverages, and there was an orange soda, a Fanta, in the bottled beverage variety, and somebody had the idea to mix that with champagne, and the Bro-Mosa was born. A real frat boy play on the mimosa, and it's
just
good.
champagne and Fanta.
Champagne and Fanta.
Wow.
It's an extra kick up from a mimosa. It is not fancy. It is down and dirty, and pretty delicious. And if you want to, have big old orange lips at a party, which everybody does,
yeah,
you're gonna need something a little stronger than orange juice.
Garnished with some like Cheetos, I think would be great.
Yeah. No, keep the whole orange thing going. No, it was delicious, but I thought that was so funny that it's just like one of those things you're at a social event and it's like somebody tries something, but to be clear, it was only the husbands who were just like looking for something to do.
Oh,
but it starts off with one of them, and before you know it, there's 10 dudes who are wishing they weren't wearing a polo shirt, probably wishing they weren't at a 1-year-old's birthday party. But boy, are they all having Bro-Mosas with the boys. And I don't know. It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, they just want to be wearing like LA Rams T-shirts, maybe like a Death Cab concert shirt from 2012.
Yeah.
Like something like that, just more fun. And then just sloshing Fanta and champagne everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I love the name Bro-Mosa. Okay, here's the thing. Maybe it's like a guy's brunch type situation.
Yeah.
I said, what if we open up a guy's brunch spot? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm into it.
The Bro-Mosa.
Uh-huh.
You could have the Bloody Larry. Okay, hear me out.
All right.
Okay, the Bloody Larry, which would be, it would basically be the same. It'd be tomato juice. It'd be vodka. I don't even know if you need the garnishes. I guess there would be like bacon in there, like throwing bacon. I'm not even a huge bacon guy, but like,
yeah,
throw in a garnish of bacon, something, and maybe like a stick of gum, like from a baseball card pack, like something. Make it fun for the guys.
Oh yeah, maybe a big league chew.
Yeah.
And I think it really, it might be one of those beverages, the Bloody Larry, that's more known for what's on the side of it than what's inside of it.
Yes.
And I think it's just coming with a big plate of wings. I think that's one of the key differences.
And I think that's what the basis of the menu would be, is definitely just like wings and eggs. You'd still have pancakes, but you would just call them flapjacks because you sound like a lumberjack then. Do you know what I mean? Like it has to be something hearty. There's
I like
breakfast
it. And
meats.
I also think you can go full T-bone steak too. I think if you're...
Oh, absolutely.
It's just you're getting together with the boys. You are drinking Bro-Mosas and eating T-bones. I think that's how I'd like to spend an 11:30 if the ladies aren't with us.
Sunday sloppy steaks? Yes. That's all. And what we would just call it, like brunch, like you get the Bro-Mosa. I'm trying to think of a name, like a spot. But yeah, and it's right next to a regular brunch place. It's just down and dirty. Lots of breakfast meats.
Yeah.
Some sausage, some ham, are you familiar with scrapple? You know what scrapple is, right?
No, not familiar with Scrapple.
Oh, Scrapple is a Pennsylvania thing. It is a meat, and I'm not even going to do it justice. Nobody knows exactly what it is. It's sort of like you get a slice of something. The closest thing I would compare it to is like a turkey, or not a turkey, like just a sausage patty almost.
Okay.
But it's not as, the consistency isn't as much. It falls apart more, and it's just random pieces of meat. I think there might, and by the way, anybody from Philadelphia or Pennsylvania, you're gonna kill me in the comments. So I don't know exactly what it is, but I think that's the beauty of it. I think there may be some syrup involved, but it falls apart. It's just mystery meat. It's kind of Spam, but it's much more hearty than that, and that's Scrapple. So I think Scrapple will definitely be on the menu at the Bro-Lunch place.
Yeah, and I mean it's definitely on the menu for next time I stop by Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I love a local mystery dish. Something that's kind of hard to explain. Does it taste good? Is it like or is it gross?
I've had it before a number of times. It's fine. I don't seek it out, but I'm not going to turn it down if somebody puts it in front of me. It's one of those things. So I think it's like this thing where people love it. People love it, but I could take it or leave it. But like I'm also like, again, I'm not on the bacon bandwagon. Love the smell of bacon. I can take or leave bacon. People just get all crazy about it. It's not really a big thing for me. I'm a sausage guy. Thomas.
Oh, so you just like a different pork breakfast product.
Exactly. So yeah, you got to try the Scrapple. How about Oregon? Any like local, like I don't know what Oregon cuisine would be. Like deer meat, venison?
No, I think we're just so new compared to like a lot of the other states that a lot of the cuisines have already been made before. Like it is the end of the Oregon Trail, as we know.
Yeah.
And I think, gosh, I can't think of anything that's specifically Oregon in terms of I'm really trying to strain.
Just dysentery is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened on the Oregon Trail as much as I remember.
It is, and it was predominantly among the younger generations, which is sad, Chip. It's a really sad game if you think about it.
Oh, God, yeah. It's just, like, nobody ever, like, the Oregon Trail, like, boy, like, nobody had, like, the Potato Famine series of video games as a kid.
Yeah. It was less aspirational.
It really was. But people need honesty. Like, maybe we need to teach. There has to be. They tried it, I think, in the 80s and 90s, like learning through video games, right? Yeah. There was like the math video games where it'd be like Space Invaders, but you have to do,
prime
times
numbers.
Tables. Yeah. Right, exactly. But like, I feel like that kind of went by the wayside. I feel like we need to bring that back, like a first shooter game, but learn about the French Revolution while you're doing it. Like I feel like there's not. I feel like kids need that now because that's going to be the medium. That's what kids are watching. That's what kids are doing. They're interacting the world through video games. Like, let's make it about, like, all right, you got to shoot out the periodic table. Boom. There's lithium. Boom. There's potassium. Boo. I
think this could be a whole new venture, Chip. We could have the smartest, laziest children on the planet. And isn't that really the goal of education at the end of the day?
Yeah. I mean, it's just... could you imagine just like a mom yelling for her 12-year-old son? He's like, Tyler, get down here. And he's like, shut up, Mom. I'm learning about photosynthesis. And he's just like, but he's on a headset, just like calling random kids from Nebraska, just like awful names. You know what I mean? Like but they're just learning about mitosis.
Yeah, a little educational smack talk. Yeah, it's I like the way you've mixed aggression with education. I think that's what's missing.
It's UFC. It's that's what everybody's watching. Let's learn something about it. It's like, he puts him in an arm bar and then tells him about Tale of Two Cities. Like there has to be blood. There has to be gore. There has to be a car chase. Grand Theft Auto, right? Okay. Grand Theft Auto, but you learn about renewable energy. I'm telling you. I think this is our next. This is our next $1 billion. You're a coder, Thomas. You said it.
Mhm.
Code me a first-person shooter that teaches us about parts of speech. That's all we need.
I think we're gonna blast some participles.
They're not going to be dangling anymore after that, baby. I will tell you that much.
Well, I think this is a great time to transition to talking about something a little more tropical.
Yeah.
I do think during the pandemic, when I was kind of locked away in the house back in the day, we're really hitting all the high notes. We've got illness. I'm bringing up the pandemic. I did essentially play the beach video game where I would like put on a VR set and just watch a video of the beach and just be there for a little bit. It really was a little mental oasis for me.
Did you get good at it? High score?
No. Well, I never got a high score, but I never lost. Never died. Not once.
That is good to know.
But there is something fun about taking those little breaks and virtually being in another place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's where we are right now. Like in Philadelphia, it's like we got a taste of spring for a couple of days, and now they just ripped it away from us. Plus, they gave us all the allergies, so they gave us the worst part, and then they just took that away. It's cold, and everybody's kind of sick again, and everybody's just angry. And I think people need to be walking around with VR headsets for the next, like, I think it's going to be like 80 degrees on Saturday, which is great.
Yeah.
But like for the next 48 hours, I think people just need to just have some sun, have some sand, like just get that VR experience with them. And I think they're ready to go.
Especially when the weather gets nice for a minute and then gets back to bad. That can be really disheartening. And if you can, what a time to just get out of town, get somewhere warm. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm so excited about next Thanksgiving. Like it gets cold at Thanksgiving. It's just like that's when the cold season starts. It's like I'm gonna be out of town for that. Like I can't wait. And it's motivating me. Like before I was sick this week, I was starting to work out more, and it was just like I have this focus now, this drive of like, we're gonna do this. I'm getting this hour together and ready to go, man.
I think maybe it's time to pull back the curtain a little bit, and we can start talking about some of, bring everybody along for the ride as we're putting this thing together and taking different steps. Obviously, the next step, we have night one of it booked. It's Chip Chantry, gonna be running a new hour. And there is always the opportunity, depending on how well we can blow this thing up front, to make it a bigger event. We're going to have some other things. We're going to have some beach hangs, might do a boat ride collectively if we can get enough people together, might take a trip up the island, maybe get a bus together and go to Kualoa Ranch.
Tell me about that. Remind me what that is.
Kualoa Ranch is an it's just if you've ever seen a picture or video of Hawaii where there's just like these huge lush green vertical mountains with a beautiful valley in between, there's a good chance that's Kualoa Valley.
Okay.
And Kualoa Ranch, and it's where they've shot parts of like the Jurassic Park series and a lot of different TV shows up there. So it even compared to the rest of Hawaii, it just feels like this different thing. Yeah. It is truly breathtaking, in my opinion. And I think it would be fun. I think people might enjoy it. And it's something that's easy to consume as a group. When you get there, the tour is actually like on a bus. I'm sure we could just figure out a way to get them down to Waikiki to take everybody up if we wanted to. Yeah. Or, people could just meet up there. It's not too bad of a drive, but I think that would be another fun one that everybody could experience together if they wanted to. Besides that,
do you have a favorite excursion that you do every time you go, or you just went once and it was like your favorite thing?
Yeah. We have a nice little loop that we do. So it really is for relaxing for the most part. So we get up there and just sink into it for a couple of days, kind of hang out by the beach, hang out at the hotel, and then we'll rent a car usually and go on just a loop around the island. And we just go up to the North Shore. It's like everybody talks about the poke there, like the fresh fish dish.
Yeah.
Like one of the best places to get that is just at a supermarket called Foodland. and there's one of those up on the North Shore, so we make a stop there, and it's like I don't do much fish at all, but my wife loves it, and I just get orange chicken from the same place.
Sure.
But yeah, so that's great to see, and then you also see like where they have those huge waves, like just gigantic waves on the North Shore, and you can just walk right onto that beach and see people riding these absolute behemoths. It's truly breathtaking.
And then you rent a board, you ride a few barrels, right?
Yeah, it's just like, and you look death straight in the face and you say, maybe today.
Have you ever been? Are you a surfer at all? Have you ever surfed?
No, I never have. Like when I first moved to Los Angeles, like I had zero friends. I didn't know anybody, and I was looking for a place to like kind of put my identity in. Mm-hmm. And I went to Barnes and Noble and bought a surfing magazine, and I was just like, oh, this is who I am now. This is who I'm gonna be.
And you just like walked around it with like sticking out of your backpack when you're on the bus and everything, just to show everybody.
Yeah, just to let everybody know, like, one of you is among you.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad grew up in Orange County, and he was just like, I don't know if things are the same as they used to be, but he's like, if you're a grown man that doesn't know how to surf and you show up at the wrong space with a board, like, back in my day, we would have, like, he's just beat the crap out of you. Like that.
Yeah.
He's like, don't go by yourself. Make friends that know how to do it. Because like you don't think it's like going to be an aggressive group, but it can be a very aggressive group. And I think the fall in popularity of cocaine has probably tamed that aspect of it quite a lot. But
just a bit.
But also not the strongest swimmer either, buddy. It's like, I haven't surfed, but I have been put in the washing machine, just like body surfing, kind of like playing in the waves. And it's one of those things where like, it pounds you down to the ground, and then you think you're going up. You are not going up. You're trying to get back down somehow. And it holds you underwater for way too long. And I think that's a mild version of what you can get into surfing. But it looks so cool. It looks so fun. And I love to wear Billabong clothing. Do you know how much more it would make sense if I surfed, Chip?
It would answer a lot of questions, and it would make me feel better when we go out to brunch together and you're just head to toe Billabong. I did it. I surfed once in my life.
Oh, really?
And it was just in New Jersey, so Atlantic Ocean, a little, not the big waves of the Pacific, but I had a friend, and he took me out. He really got into surfing, and he took me out, but he's kind of ADD and like very like he was focused on it. He was getting really good, and luckily, so he was just like darting around, and he had one of these smaller boards that you could he's like back and forth and doing all these tricks or whatever, and I just rented a longboard because like you want the longboard to start out with, because that's the more stable and that's what you're going to get up on. You can't move it around as easily, but it's much more stable. And luckily, a friend of his was like more patient with me. He's like, "Come on, I'll take you out." And we went for a couple hours. I was exhausted. It's one of the most exhausting things you can do.
I can only imagine. It's
full body all the time. And then I got up like twice and like rode it into the beach.
That's pretty impressive, Chip.
That's a combined like 35 seconds probably.
Yeah.
And probably maybe the best 35 seconds of my life. It's just like, this is the greatest rush ever. And then I just never did it again. I was like, okay, I got it. And it's like, it's not like I mean, I'm in Philadelphia. I'm only an hour from the beach basically, but still it's like, you don't have that access. It's like skiing too. It's like, I've been skiing a couple times, but it's like, it's not the easiest thing to just like, hey, I'm going to go skiing today.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole system involved in doing that. But
well, it was great. You know where there will be no barriers to entry on the surf game? Waikiki, baby. If you want to go out there and take a lesson and get back up, I'll go with you for the first time.
All right. Maybe I'll try. Yeah, maybe I'll try.
Let's
again.
do it.
I don't know if it's because I guess so like on the south end, is it are the waves a little more tame, or is it go baby go?
Totally protected, like just very small, long rolling waves. It's like designed basically for people to learn to surf, I think.
Oh, that's great.
There's a lot of people that teach lessons right there, I think. You can rent boards, And nobody's going to beat you up there. The
That's
serious
great.
surfers are somewhere else.
I could see that happening. I could see me surfing there. I would do it. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna do some push-ups. I'm gonna get that upper body strength ready to go. And yeah.
There's also big talk about doing a run on Thanksgiving morning.
Yeah, a little turkey trot.
A little turkey trot, and there's a couple of different routes that could be depending on how intense we want the length to be. But I think there's a nice little run
Maybe
from
a nice
Waikiki.
little 5K. Maybe I don't know. Maybe on the
a 5K, a 10K, whatever we want to do. Like there's
something
a route.
super laid back. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that could be fun. I think that could be fun. We'd have a Chip Chantry's big show on Wednesday night. Mm-hmm. Everybody wake up Thursday morning and go earn that Thanksgiving dinner.
Sweat out the alcohol. Get ready. Make room for that turkey, baby. Yeah.
I love it, and it'll be good. Like I haven't been in long distance running shape in a long time.
Yeah, I was in for a while, and then the pandemic really hit me, and I kind of got back, but like more just like 5K. Like I was running half marathons for a bunch of years. We were my wife and I were doing a couple of year. My wife ran a marathon. I never ran a marathon, but we were in like half marathon shape for a while, and it's like I definitely have to get back in to that. And that's another goal that like I just want to get back in. I'm going to be running a lot more. I'm going to be exercising a lot more. Just getting ready for this for Thanksgiving, baby. Like I'm gonna when that turkey and stuffing hits my body in Waikiki, it's gonna be a svelte. But like this turkey and stuffing is gonna be like, wow, we are inside a temple right now.
We are lucky to land here. It is so clean and toxin free.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
It's all very exciting. And back to like pulling the curtain off of what we're doing to kind of get ready. Big week for us this week. We are officially up on Apple Podcasts.
Nice.
I know we had some trouble getting there, but like
it takes a little time. It takes a little time and effort, but yeah, it's there.
Yeah,
so
I'm unfamiliar with that process, and it just took a minute. And it's really
I should have said something to you. I'm actually good friends with Tim Cook. I could have just texted him. I didn't think about it. Sometimes you just forget. You're like, oh, he's the guy that we play Dungeons and Dragons together.
Yeah.
He's also the guy who runs Apple.
Is he offended when you text him from your Android though?
He does. It's a Motorola flip phone, and he says, "Chip, I can get you one of these for cost." And I said, "You know what, Tim? I'm going to stick with what I got."
I know I'm an iPhone person, as you know, and for a while it was really tough to text with people who weren't. They would be like on a group chain. There would always be something that was like a little off.
And it's like Ryan laughed at this thing, and it's like just show the emoticon or whatever. Yeah.
And it made things a little wonky, and I know like it really did bring up a little disgust maybe when that green bubble would show up instead of the blue one. But can you imagine how much worse it is for Tim Cook?
He's got to be really like personally offended. Like, this is my company. Like,
absolutely nauseated.
Support me. It's a fledgling company that I'm trying to. It's a nice little startup called Apple. Please give me your money. And it's just like it's a slap in the face, is what it is.
It really is. But we're up on Apple Podcasts.
Make sure you subscribe. So get us on your list, whether you're on the Spotify, on the Apple. Put us on that list with all your other favorite podcasts.
If you dig it, if this makes sense for you, if you're the type of person that loves comedy and the idea of tropical travel enough to watch two men try and put them together for a comedy event in Hawaii.
What is it now? I'm sure you can do this at any time. What's a good time frame when you're planning to go to Hawaii, Thomas? Like, when are you planning out the flight? When are you planning out the hotel? All of that stuff.
I think it depends. Like, first of all, anytime you can get time to go and you got the resources, you kind of just figure it out. But ideally, in general, I think you want to be planning about 6 months ahead for the flight.
Okay.
And I would always kind of book your hotel room first.
Okay.
That's kind of the first part of your trip is
before the flight.
Go book that hotel room because that's going to be your biggest expense. And
Okay.
you want to know what you're dealing with and what you're spending, because sometimes, you can be misled a little bit by a cheap flight.
Yeah.
You see it, you get excited, you buy it, and then you have this flight and you're just like, oh, the hotel rooms are a little more expensive than I thought, or the hotel I wanted to stay at sold out. Like, there's a lot of things that can go wrong there. But since it's the biggest expense, I think you go hotel room first.
Okay.
And then you can also rebook most places. So you get the hotel room, it's locked in. You know what you're going to spend, but then you can check every, month or every couple of weeks, and if the price goes down, you cancel that reservation. If you've gotten the type of reservation you can cancel, and you rebook at the lower rate.
Okay.
But you're never going to pay more than the first thing you booked if you're doing it savvy.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, and you're probably going to get the cheapest flights about 6 months out,
Okay.
but those can go up and down too.
Mm-hmm.
And a good news for people thinking about going potentially for the first time this November is it's looking like prices are trending down.
Oh, that's nice. That is good.
Down from 2024. I just saw something the other day that it's things are getting a little more reasonable than they have been in past years. So That's good, because for the last 4 years it was just like exponentially going up, and then it hit a peak, and now we're kind of dipping back down on the other side.
Oh, that's okay. That's See, now is the time to do it. Like, that's why we're getting in.
Yeah, no. It's going to be a good time. But that being said, like, you can always, whenever you have time to go, when you figure it out, book it and go, man. Book it and go if you can. So yeah, I think that. Any other travel related questions, Chip?
Is there anything else that you have to think about before? Like, so you got the hotel, you got the flight. What else am I pre-planning? Is there anything else that you do, or it's just like you're set to go then?
No, I mean, you're set to go, and like the other good thing is, like, you barely need anything to come with you. It's like cold weather trips, you're bringing jackets, you're bringing whatever. It's like bathing suits, shorts, a couple of shirts, and you're good to go.
Head to toe Billabong, like you said.
Yeah, head to toe Billabong. And I also saw some disturbing news about Billabong.
Well,
I think they went bankrupt and are closing all of their brick and mortar locations.
Really?
And I am a ridiculously big fan of Billabong tank tops.
Okay.
And when I saw that, it made me, little non-surfer Thomas O'Brien in Los Angeles, really sad.
Maybe okay. I always say whenever there's a change, it's never all positive, never all negative. Maybe this is your opportunity. Maybe it's going to be like fire sale, where you just buy a lifetime supply of Billabong tank tops.
Well,
and you just have the tank closet.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wish it was that simple, and maybe I will find that opportunity. But I think they've been gearing up for this for a while, because especially on tank tops, the supply, like the variety and availability of them, have been going down for at least the last year.
Okay.
I check every once in a while, see what's coming out, see what's hot. A big Billabong, like I can't even explain it. I just like them. It makes me feel good. I have bought way too many over the years. And it was always fun, because you go to Hawaii, you walk into the Billabong store, and everything's buy one, get one free. The whole store.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So everything's buy one, get one free. And I would walk out of there with, 4, 6, whatever multiple I could find of new ones. I would just clean them out. And yeah, it just started dwindling in the selection of tank tops. And I think maybe the big mistake they made potentially was sleeve costs. They started making shirts that had sleeves. That upped the cost per item, and they couldn't sustain this 2-for-1 madness when you factored in the sleeve costs. Yeah.
Sleeve costs is what brought down part of the economy in 2008. It was the housing bubble, and it was sleeves.
Yeah.
The sleeves were just totally bring everything. Now, let me ask you this. Where is Thomas O'Brien wearing his Billabong, like, in everyday life? Like, is it just an everyday thing? You're just around the house? You're going to the grocery store? Where's the Billabong tank coming in?
That I'm like too self-conscious to wear it to the store unless it's real hot.
Yeah.
Unless it's real hot, I'll work.
Or unless
out
you're real hot, like unless you're looking real hot that day.
Oh,
like
dude, if I was at fighting weight, I was at fighting weight, you couldn't get me to put sleeves on.
No.
And when I was a younger man, I think this was very much the case. To many people's chagrin. But no, if it's hot outside, I'll wear.
When I first met you, you were wearing literally just a mesh half shirt for the entire run of the show, and everybody's like, "Look, Thomas looks great and all, but like professionalism. We have some suits coming in today. Can you please cover the navel, please?"
And I never would, but I did meet you guys halfway, where I would put on gloves that went up to the knuckle.
Yes. Yeah.
So
we could always see your fingernails. Yeah.
You could see my fingernails, but no palms.
Nope. No. We don't want to see those, baby, at all. And I thought that was a nice gesture that you made.
It really was. And, I was living in Manhattan at the time. Like, if you're going to live in Manhattan, live in Manhattan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take part in the culture.
I mean, it's not Stamford, Connecticut, baby. Prudes there.
No, there was a lot of, that's where the studio we shot in was, Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
And a lot of button-downs.
Yeah, a lot of
long sleeve button-downs, a lot of sports coats.
Yeah, a lot of bankers there. Yeah.
A lot of bankers there. I remember one time I went into a suit store there because everybody was wearing blazers. I was thinking about it. And the cheapest blazer, the entry point was $3,000, Chip.
My God, who blazes for that much?
I mean, clearly people do, but it still till this day makes no sense to me. And it looks like, you'll never guess, a normal blazer.
Yeah, it's not like you don't plug it in. There's no extra compartments, and maybe there is. Maybe there's extra lining where you can fit cash or bonds in there. Maybe that's what.
Oh yeah, it could have to do with the markets. It could have to do with the markets.
I'm just too much of a slob. If I ever bought something like that, I would just never wear it because I know I would spill something on it. I'd be drinking. I'd put it on, go to a wedding, have a Bro-Mosa.
Yeah.
Somebody would bump into me, and then all of a sudden there's Fanta all down the front of my $3,000 blazer.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe if you're going $3,000 blazer, you might want to go with the bright orange.
That is true. A nice, Century 21 kind of, hey, I'm selling real estate in the 80s kind of a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think part of why I'm so uncomfortable with the whole idea is when the way I grew up in Southern Oregon, if you're spending $3,000 on a blazer, it's a Chevrolet, Chip.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes, it 100% is. 4-wheel drive. That blazer has 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And sleeves.
What a weird confluence of things. Just Connecticut is. What a bizarre piece of land to all call the same thing.
It's like glue. It's like the middle. It's the conduit between New York and New England. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just we have this elbow of room, just this little tiny, nugget that it's even Stanford itself was just I feel like it was just you had some of the top bankers in the world, and then the rest of the town was just littered in scratch off dust.
Yeah, no, it's the richest people in the world. It's the poorest people in the world. In the winter, they're the coldest people in the world. Mm-hmm. And then in the summer, they're the sweatiest people in the world. Yeah. It's a very strange mix. And I think it's the, what's that meat from Philadelphia? The strapoli?
Scrapple. Yeah.
Scrapple.
Yeah.
Scrapple.
You really Italianed that up. No, just scrapple.
It's the scrapple of states. It's just a bunch of mystery components that probably shouldn't be held together, but they are.
I still remember my favorite thing. I would go to breakfast every morning.
Yeah.
A lot of mornings at Curly's Diner. Do you remember Curly's across the?
Yeah, it was like a trailer, right? It was like an elevated.
Well, yeah, well, see that. Okay, so it was a train car. So that's what diners on the East Coast, and maybe it's different on the West Coast. Like that's what a lot of like, especially like old school diners, like it was called a diner car, where it was literally like a train car, and that was the restaurant. So that's what it was. So that was Curly's. It was but you know how like some restaurants they'll have like headshots of famous people who've eaten there, like signed photos.
Nothing would be finer than eating in your diner.
Exactly, and I think the biggest headshot they had up there was Bo Bice.
I don't know who Bo Bice is, but I like the alliteration. Who's that?
I believe he was maybe a winner on American Idol, like when it first, like maybe I'm gonna call it season 3 or something like that, or he was a finalist, and I think he had a little career where he Bo Biced it up, and he Bo Bice. I still remember I would just be eating my omelet every morning, just staring Bo Bice in the face. Just the pride of Stamford, Connecticut.
And you were there working on your first television show. You're like, if I keep on this trajectory, I can Bo Bice it someday.
Absolutely. I'm gonna be Bo Bicing it over in Waikiki, head to toe in Billabong.
I'm gonna invite Ruben Studdard to my birthday party, and he might show up Bo Bicing it.
Mr. Aiken, would you like another Bro-Mosa? Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, that's.
Oh, if we could get Aiken,
man,
get out of here.
Nope. Yeah, that's.
Can you imagine Aiken singing a couple songs at the Blue Note, setting the stage?
Just
and
standards.
Then
it would be
Chip
standards.
Comes out.
Singing some standards. My God.
Man, standards. Maybe an Aiken original. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Aiken
that's
Aiken, yeah.
All right. We got to figure it out. Do you know anybody who knows Aiken?
Maybe I know Bo Bice a little bit. I feel like I know Bo Bice.
Maybe this Bo character can get us in touch.
Yeah.
What if we got all the American Idols, Chip?
Every single one, and then we got them there. Okay, This is what we do.
Yeah.
We get them there, and we're going to be like, it's going to be a singing competition, right? Like all of the winners, okay? There's got to be, 20 of them now? There's probably more than 20.
There's got to be more than 20. But, the star dims, I think, with each passing season.
Sure. So, like, my aunt was a winner 2 years ago. Didn't realize it until I happened upon it. Like, it's just, they're sort of giving them out. We get them all there, though. But the heavy hitters, too. The Bo Bices, the Aikens, the Studdards, the Kelly Clarksons of the world, right?
Clarkson's big.
Was Fantasia one, I think, maybe?
It sounds right.
We just get them there. It's a singing competition. But then the lights come up, and we're like, all right, everybody, fight. And there's just different weapons on, like, different tables. And just, who do you think wins that? Like, I feel like Aiken is the wild card in that one. Like, you don't expect it, but he just goes for the jugular.
Can you imagine if he was like an MMA fighter? He doesn't even need a nickname.
No.
He's Aiken. You'll be Aiken after you fight this guy.
Yeah. Cassius Clay Aiken. Yeah.
I do think while this battle royale is going on, and potentially the whole weekend, if we get all of the American Idols in, I think I have to go into a Sacha Baron Cohen just get the deep V-neck, the black tight T-shirt, kind of maybe get a piece, maybe get like a Simon Cowell wig, and not say much, just big sunglasses on, maybe get a little more shoe polish in the beard. Really go, as dark as he does with the facial hair, and really just embody that character for the whole weekend. I think he instills a lot of fear, and I think he could keep just the presence of him and just my tremendous British accent, really saying some harsh criticism will keep everybody in line, keep everybody from asking any questions, and when it's fight time. If Simon says it's fight time and you're an AI, all-star, it's fight time.
Yeah. I think that's what we do, because I just like that air of like, we're in Hawaii, it's beautiful, but there's just a man. Just a looming, shadowy figure that's there the entire time that is just instilling fear and discomfort upon everyone else on the island.
Yeah.
You're the Vincent Price of that Brady Bunch episode. You know what I mean?
I don't. I truly don't.
Wait, you don't?
Yeah, this is one thing where we may differ. I don't believe I've ever seen an episode of the Brady Bunch.
All right, this podcast is over. This is our final episode of the podcast. You've never seen an episode of the Brady Bunch. All right. Well, first of all, what we're gonna do is I think it's available maybe on Prime or somewhere. You'll be able to find episodes, reruns of Brady Bunch. We're gonna watch the 2, maybe 3-parter where the Bradys go to Hawaii.
Okay, I'm completely in for this. I'm completely in for this.
And the tiki doll, you don't know the story. I think I even made a reference about the tiki doll in the last episode. I could be wrong, but like I was like, oh, I guess he didn't think that was funny. But it's like you don't even know the reference.
that reference was 30,000 feet in the air, right over my head.
All right, so I'm gonna say before next episode, or before you and I were gonna sit down, we're gonna watch the 2, maybe 3-part episode of the Bradys go to Hawaii. It's when I think of Hawaii, and I'm going to say a decent amount of viewers who have never been to Hawaii, when they think of Hawaii, they are thinking of the 2-part episode of the Brady Bunch going to Hawaii.
I'm so excited for this.
I am thrilled. I think we need to break it down next episode and see how true to life it is. By the way, okay, you don't know much about the Brady Bunch. I think you obviously get the gist of it. Like
I know culturally that it's a blended family.
Yep.
There's
very slice of life. Obviously, everything's happy and go lucky. It's late 60s, early 70s, kind of hippie. Everything's groovy. Everything's wonderful, wholesome. This 2-part episode goes to some dark places in Hawaii, and I'm so excited that you get to view it with fresh eyes.
Okay.
Wow. All right, I think that's the cliffhanger for next episode. We are watching it's as long as we can find it. I'm sure we can find it somewhere. I think it's a 2-part, might be a 3-parter episode of the Brady Bunch where they go to Hawaii. Oh man, it's so exciting, Thomas. Wow.
All right. Well, with that, we'll take that in, and Chip, we got to get you on an episode of Rescue High Surf, buddy.
Yes, which I'm excited to really dig into that show too as well.
Rescue High Surf, one of my favorite new shows of the year. It's follows lifeguards on the North Shore, which we were just talking about.
The big waves, baby.
And dude, as the season has gone on and on, it's just become more and more enjoyable. Unfortunately, just taking a peek at the ratings, it looks like it might be in a little trouble on this back half of the season. But man, it's not because I'm not falling in love with the characters and the environment. And honestly, I would just watch the B-roll from the show, Chip.
Yeah.
It is just like so specific. It's so real. And every once in a while, just they'll do a scene. I'll just be like, oh, I know exactly where that is. I've been right there. And the vibes are undeniable. Whether you like Baywatch style nighttime soaps is another thing completely. But boy, is it a little hit of Hawaii in my weekly life that me and my wife get really fired up for every week.
And where are you watching this Rescue High Surf?
It's on Fox, I believe, but I watch it on just like Hulu.
Okay.
I got Hulu Live, Chip. I've got that kind of money.
Bro-Mosa stations and Hulu Live. I mean, why do you ever leave the house, Thomas? That's what I want to know.
It's Neverland, dude.
Well, I mean, maybe not all parts of Neverland, but it is, Neverland. Yeah.
No, it's all Neverland. Am I missing something about Neverland, Chip?
Oh, don't worry about it, Thomas. You didn't see that episode of the Brady Bunch either, so that's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, Chip, this has been a blast. I will talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, buddy. See you guys later.
Peace.